Yankee fans are livid at this. Hal Steinbrenner spoke out on the New York Yankees offseason after their World Series bid, and Yankee fans do not like what Hal Steinbrenner had to say in general. After acquiring guys such as Cody Bellinger and Max Fried, but losing Juan Soto, Steinbrenner made a lot of comments on the moves they made, losing Soto, and just baseball in general, and Yankee fans are not pleased at it, and we're going to break it all down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Yankees Digest, and if you're part of the 76% of people not subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe if you guys want daily New York Yankees news, updates on rumors and trades, and all that stuff. Short form content that's coming really soon when the preseason begins. We have so much fun stuff planned for this channel. We're going to do some live streams as well. It's going to be a ton of fun, and you guys do not want to miss out. But let's jump into it, guys. Hal Steinbrenner opened his mouth, guys. He did it. He opened his mouth. It's a beautiful Wednesday in New York City right now. It feels like spring, even though it's the end of January. And, I mean, preseason is just around the corner. Pitchers and catchers are about to report. February 22nd, 21st, the New York Yankees are back underway in preseason baseball. The following month, we got regular season baseball. It feels like spring's approaching today. I know the cold will come back. And Hal Steinbrenner had to go and ruin all of our moods last night as he spoke out on the New York Yankees and their free agency. And, well, not everything he said was just super infuriating. Specifically, the first thing he said wasn't, but it just kept getting worse and worse and worse as time went on. Now, Steinbrenner spoke out on the team and said, I think we have a better team now than we did a year ago today. Look, he's right to say that. I'm not saying it's a guarantee that he's right. He's right to say that. What is he supposed to say? No, we don't. We suck. We lost Juan Soto. We're screwed. No, he's not going to say that. Obviously, losing Juan Soto was the big story of the offseason, and there's nothing the Yankees could have done to overshadow that. The closest they could have came to doing that is trading for Kyle Tucker, who I'd bet a ton of money on they're going to pursue in the offseason next year, at least if they know it's good for them. But outside of that, there was nothing to really do to mask the Soto loss. But you could go out there and make a more well-rounded team. And the New York Yankees actually did that. There's a reason why Johnny Damon as well for the Yankees are better now than what they are today. Or better now than what they were last year. However, there is still not... It's still just... It doesn't feel like it's right to say that after losing Juan Soto. Because it's still... We all got left with a bad taste in our mouths after that. So it's just the situation that we found ourselves in. I mean, it's tough to replace this guy who had a WAR of 7.9. We'll make this bigger. And 576 at-bats, 288 batting average, 989 OPS plus a 178. We know how good Juan Soto is. We've talked about it a bunch. We've watched it in our own eyes. We saw the hype that Juan Soto brought to the Yankees. We saw him hit that home run and celebrate as he was rounding the bases. It just felt like he was never going to leave. And then we got the rug pulled out on us. But it is what it is. You can't harp on that loss. And the biggest of two guys, the Yankees acquired three really huge names, really four huge names, but three guys who are really going to be massive helps to the team. The highest name value to the more common eye is definitely Cody Bellinger, but there's also a guy in Max Fried who they've acquired, and we'll go over both of that in a second. But to talk about Bellinger, a guy who batted at 751 OPS, 111 OPS plus, great talented center fielder, great defender, can play in any corner of the outfield as well and in first base. Guy's not Juan Soto, but he did have a good batting average. He's a great player, and he's going to help the Yankees win some games. WAR of 2.2 that I expect to go up with the New York Yankees. And Hal Steinbrenner spoke out on Bellinger specifically a lot, saying that Aaron Judge is a big reason why the Yankees went out and traded for Cody Bellinger. Now, look, I'm fine with him saying that. I am. But it's still annoying. Like, oh, you just did it because of Aaron Judge? Why don't you just say we wanted a good player? Like, really? Look, Aaron Judge and Cody Bellinger are friends. We know that. They're just friends. Makes things real interesting considering the girlfriend dilemma that we're about to see between Bellinger and Giancarlo Stanton. But that's a story for another time. And I think most of you guys watching this channel probably know the details there. But look, Cody Bellinger's a good player. You could have just said that. You didn't have to be, well, Aaron Judge asked. Like, why are you pinning this on our captain? Just say that it's making the team better. It's not that hard to do. I don't understand what this is. Like, we were going to do nothing if Aaron Judge didn't say anything. Like, why does Aaron Judge have to tell you guys what to do? Yeah, he can give suggestions, and that's probably what he did. But it's also just go out and get Cody Bellinger because he's a good piece for this team. We already talked about his numbers. He's put up great numbers. Why are we just going to ignore all of that and just put it on Aaron Judge? But Hal Steinbrenner did also have something else to mention, which is the fact that, wrong thing, there it is. where he said, I think Bellinger and Goldschmidt are going to make up a good deal of Juan Soto's offense. Yeah? You do. Look, as I said, I think Bellinger's going to have a better year with the Yankees. Paul Goldschmidt's past his prime. We all know this. I'm not trashing Paul Goldschmidt. I'm not trashing Paul Goldschmidt. That's not Paul Goldschmidt. I'm not trashing Paul Goldschmidt. I'm not trashing Cody Bellinger. But to compare them to Juan Soto, man. We saw Goldschmidt's hitting get worse over these last 2 years, did we not? We've seen Cody Bellinger not be that MVP that he was on the Dodgers. Did we not? What are we talking about here, Hal? Really? You're saying all this stuff, and I don't know if Hal believes what he's saying or if he's just saying words, but it's like every time Hal opens his mouth, he just says something that's so aggravating. Like, stop. Like, what? I get the we're better today thing. I get that. I understand the actual argument for it. I understand that. I understand that if the Yankees got Juan Soto, they wouldn't have paid anyone else money. And look, the Yankees have a solid team, and they made a few different signings. But listening to Aaron Judge, obviously, and putting Cody Bellinger at the Aaron Judge protection spot that Juan Soto was at is going to help. I mean, at the end of the day, you look at Aaron Judge's numbers, the man had nearly an 11 WAR. Like, what? 322 batting average, 58 home runs, OPS of 1.159, 222 OPS plus. Mind you, the average is 100. Aaron Judge is the best offensive talent in baseball. Nobody's debating that. The thing is, we still do need other talents around him, and Cody Bellinger being there is going to help, but he's not going to play like Juan Soto, and neither is Paul Goldschmidt. Yes, they help fielding-wise, but on the offensive end, they're not going to equal Juan Soto. That's just not realistic. Let's not do that. I understand they'll be good. In fact, they might be great. I think Bellinger's set for the best season he's had since his MVP year, if I'm being completely honest. I think he's in great position to succeed right now. But really, we're going to say he's putting up Soto numbers? But if all that wasn't the biggest kicker, you could think about some other stuff that he said. But first, before we get into all that, just let's discuss the fact that Max Fried was an objectively good signing and is going to help the Yankees a lot. The 3.25 ERA is higher than his average, which is a great sign. Max Fried, the best ground-out pitcher in baseball. The Yankees obviously have great infielding now. That'll help a lot. It'll be good to see that stuff. And also, Devin Williams is arguably the best closer in the sport. 125 ERA, man's great. Whip under 1. Just absolutely great work by Devin Williams. This wasn't a shortened season, hence the lower WAR, because he did deal with an injury. But when Airbender's healthy, he's really, really hard to stop. I'm really excited about Devin Williams. I'm excited about the Yankees in general this season. I think they filled a lot of boxes for team needs, where getting Juan Soto back wouldn't have necessarily done that, though still probably would have been better for the team. The Yankees are in good position to succeed. They just should have spent more money. They should have went out there. They should have gotten more talent, because it's not like the Yankees don't have the money to spend, except Hal Steinbrenner had something just that ruins everything that he said. Literally ruins everything. It's difficult for most of us owners to be able to do the kinds of things that the Dodgers are doing. We'll see if it pays off. They still have to have a season relatively injury-free for it to work out for them. Yeah? It's difficult. Oh, it's difficult for you, Hal. It's difficult. Guys, it's difficult. It's difficult. Not like the Yankees are worth $8 billion. Nah, it's hard. It's hard. We have all the money to succeed that we want, and we have one of the highest payrolls in baseball, but it's too much, and it's unsustainable for someone who's never had to work a day in their life like me, Hal Steinbrenner, because I inherited all my money from my father and refused to lose it because, frankly, I have no idea how to make money in the first place. So here I am saying it's difficult for us owners to compete with the Los Angeles Dodgers when you have enough money that you can compete with the Los Angeles Dodgers. They do. The Yankees do. They have the money. I get that Steve Cohen is much richer than Hal Steinbrenner, that my net worth and Hal Steinbrenner's net worth are closer together than Hal Steinbrenner and Steve Cohen. Steve Cohen is richer than any owner in baseball by so much. I understand that. But why are you acting like you own the Pirates? You don't. You own the New York Yankees. Pay people. That you really couldn't have spent any more money? No, we can't even get a mid-level infielder. We got to go for the low-level guys because we don't. I hope the Sirens are going to arrest Hal Steinbrenner for just malpractice on the Yankees after that one line, saying You're crying broke as the New York Yankees owner. Why? It's absolutely absurd what comes out of Hal Steinbrenner's mouth sometimes. Like, this guy acts like he has no money. Like, he's literally strapped for cash. Like, he opens his wallet and sees $4 and is like, oh, what am I supposed to do? Baseball's not fair. Your dad, he paid players more than anyone else. He took on the A-Rod contract. You have that money. You make money. You turn a profit with the Yankees. You can't pay anyone? Jeez Louise, Hal. Guys, I wish Hal Steinbrenner didn't own the New York Yankees. Every time a team gets passed down to his son, it never works out well. And now here we are watching that happen once again. Given, I do think the Yankees had a solid offseason. I do expect the New York Yankees to have a solid season. They should be the favorites to go back to the World Series in the American League to get the rights to play, the friggin' Avengers that make the 2017 Golden State Warriors look like the Oakland Athletics. But here we are. This is the world we live in. Look, I do think the Dodgers are going to win the World Series again this season. But baseball's weird. You could absolutely just suck for no... Not suck, but you could absolutely just go cold at the same time for no reason. And then there you go. You're getting eliminated. I do think the Yankees have a chance to win. I think the moves they made were good coverage after losing Juan Soto. But still, that hole in the wall that Juan Soto left hasn't exactly been filled. That all being said, guys, I am excited for this New York Yankees season, and we plan on having a lot of fun on this channel. So make sure you're subscribed, like this video, turn on post notifications, have a great day, and go Yankees.